I would do this or anything, but I've been. Whoops. I kind of wanted to do this where I be doing the live stream and stuff, and or not just only live stream, but like where I do some more reaction type content. And I know that the kind of it may not be the best kind of reaction content, but I just wanted to see how this works, at least with my phone, for example, uh, because a lot of times I catch myself wanting to react, but I don't really know how to do a lot of that reaction stuff on my uh, laptop. I mean, there is OBS, and I used to use OBS a lot, but my laptop has gotten messed up to where for some reason it won't let me do that. And if you see the mouse that I'm using right now, it is literally my controller. So we're going to be pausing and stuff when I want to use that.
Alrighty, this was not something I was expecting to talk about so soon after a brand new Fortnite season, but here we go. Fortnite, what are we doing?
And before we get into to it, it was talking about like, did Fortnite try to pull a fast one on this community, on the community? And I personally was just curious on what he had to say or why he was thinking this way, uh, in, instead of like thinking like, well, what did he mean by this personally? Is what I was kind of very curious about.
This is confusing to say the least, because this is almost sort of like they're acting as if like they didn't even realize what they have done. Now, I want to just say this up front. I don't think this is like the biggest deal ever, but I have like this conspiracy theory I want to talk about, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Fortnite status tweeted on Twitter at 1 in the morning. The skate NATO emote bears similarity with the tornado spin emote, the one that Hannah uses. All players who own both emotes will be returned 100 V-Bucks in the near future, or they may return the skate NATO emote without spending money. Both emotes will be bundled together in the shop.
And I do understand where they're coming from. I mean, after making so many emotes, I could see where they mess up. Honestly, with making like I accidentally have made the same emote or some shit. But there are very limited emotes with skateboards, at least. Let me say it like that. And it seems like they would have went through the skateboard emotes at least, and not try to copy the same emote. I do understand it is a different skateboard, probably even different music with it, but it is essentially the same emote.
Okay, so the way they phrase it, the skate NATO emote bears similarity with the tornado spin emote. Well, no duh. It's the exact same emote. I feel like they tried to pull a fast one here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is completely not intentional. Maybe they didn't.
Which I'm not going to sit here and say that Fortnite was trying to pull a fast one on anybody, but I could also honestly see that they were, because they were probably wanting to see how. Okay, this is probably they were probably looking at the statistics. Okay, this is probably one of the least used emotes out there or some shit. But let's see if we can resell it or some shit. Or this was the least bought emote or some. I don't know. Because it very is possible that and then they're like, well, for those that don't have it, won't realize that it's the same emote. But at the same time, those that did have it called it out.
Realize it, but dude, it's the same. It's the same emote, but it's a different board. It's not a long board, and it's also got different music. And honestly, it's really good music, but it's the same exact motions, like one for one. It's the exact same thing. Now, I'm not 100% familiar with how porting works, but I've seen people port over Fortnite emotes into like VR chat and stuff like that. I've seen people make skins that aren't even in Fortnite to Fortnite emotes. I've seen this happen before. So I can't imagine them making this emote for the Signal Breaker skin. We just got this recently. I'm not entirely sure how they didn't realize that the emote was the exact same. So here's the thing, and here's maybe a decent idea. Maybe they have made so many things in the game that they completely forgot that they used that animation for something.
That's exactly what I thought. But at the same time, look at this. They have so many emotes. Only so many deal with skateboards. I think if anything, they really should like go back and look at all their emotes before they try to make a new emote or something instead of trying to copy. Because yes, it could have been an honest mistake, but to make it the movement look that similar, like at least a little bit different, so you can't be like, oh, we really just copied the same exact shit. We found this movement we thought we didn't use or some shit.
I am inclined to believe that because think about it. How many skins are in the game? Over 2,000. How many emotes are in the game? I think it's about 2,000, right? It's got to be around there. I lied. There's about 1,300 emotes. My bad. But that is still a lot of emotes. There's a ton of stuff, okay? So,
and that's the same shit with the skins as well. I personally see that. There's been so many different skins out. I have seen so many skins that were so similar. You might as well have just made that a skin that was, for example, the bullseye skin. There are so many different variants of it as well. That's one of my favorite skins, but there should like there's the skin where it's the toy soldier. That should have been a variant for that skin. Also, the pastel skin that came out during Easter. That should have been a variant for that skin. That should not have been its own standalone skin, in my opinion. But that's just an argument for another day.
maybe they themselves forgot that they even used that animation. Or, and this is what my cynical mind says, maybe they knew it, but they wanted people to not realize it was reskinned or it was redone. Because here's the thing, I've had this theory for a little bit now. Fortnite, in the OG pass specifically, have been reskinning and
And like I could possibly probably see this if they would have added a little bit more stuff to it. Let's say for like if they were doing like a summer event type, added and making that the same type thing, but use surfboards and then add like a water in the background, make it look like they're surfing and doing tricks and shit. Don't make it seem like that they're just really copying the exact same thing.
coloring things for their battle pass stuff, which is it seems kind of low. Fortnite never did this with their battle passes. As far as I can remember, I don't recall them doing recolors in a battle pass because, in my opinion, the battle pass is something where everything should be original and should be, unique. And the OG pass is just not getting that. I think that it does for the most part, but then last season we had the visitor set, the new visitor. Everything was recolored, and it was completely ridiculous, in my opinion, that they did that. And here we go again with the OG Pass. This time, they also recolored some things. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Maybe it's time crunch. They laid off 900 employees last year. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, and this ain't no hate towards his thought process. I can see where he's thinking, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that were looking at it like, okay, I'm looking at the OG pass. I expect the same kind of OG type skin that came out during that season. If you're going to make a battle pass with this OG stuff, make the skins that were in the OG pass similar, if not the same skin that came out during that time. That's just me, though. A lot of people don't look at it that way, I guess, but I do.
Under a lot of crunch, a lot of deadlines, and they're not reaching them. And I want to stress this out loud again. I am not blaming the developers with anything that they ever do. It mostly comes up to the higher ups. The higher ups are usually the people that are pushing these sorts of things. The visitor set being completely recolored, I bet you that was a higher up decision. I highly doubt a Fortnite artist was like, yeah, this is going to be great. No, I don't think that's the case. And with this emote having this issue.
That may be true, but at the same time, Fortnite could be looking at it like, okay, it's just we'll get these will are coming to the people that didn't get it the first time. It may not be the exact same thing, but hey, to keep the OGs happy and all this and that, we won't give them the exact same skin, but something very similar to it. But also, we're giving the people that hadn't played yet the skins that they want. Which honestly, I think that having the battle pass in a way is one of the dumbest things. Which is good, but I think at this point, like, they should have just always said, yes, it will come back to the item shop eventually, but you can get it now. It's kind of like an exclusivity thing. Yes, if you buy this phone, you'll get the skin, but but eventually it'll come to the store. But you just have it first right now. You just have it right now first. It's like pre-ordering the game. Hey, I got to use this, play this game before a lot of people that didn't buy the game. So it's kind of like pre-ordering your skin in a way. But some of them are very expensive more than others.
And then addressing it, it almost tells me that like they knew that they were wrong, but they did it anyway because they didn't think anyone would either A, notice or B, complain about it when people complained about it. And it makes sense why you would complain about it. It's the exact same email. But here's the thing that also kind of confuses me. Why do they only do it for like this emote and the Jimmy slide thing? This is the second time they've done this now. Why is it just emotes? Why is it never like the skin recolors or I don't know, the glider recolors or the kicks recolors? I wanted to make a kicks video for a little bit now. I'll save my thoughts on kicks later. But the whole thing with this
I agree with that though, because it's literally the same shit. I understand there's only so much you can do with certain things, but I agree with what he's going with, where he's going at. I've seen the same pair of shoes 6 different times, but just have a different color. Same as the emote. Why can't they have the same emote, but it might just be just the tiniest bit different? I don't know. And they do it with skins all the time.
Happening is it almost tells me that Fortnite wants you to just kind of not realize that you got screwed over or that they're just getting lazier. I get it. Things take time. I get it. You've made.
But also, I feel like that's one reason why there ain't as many emotes as there could be, because people would be like, well, there should just be a selectable style for the emote then. And since they've already got selectable styles for the skins, why can't they just why can't all these other versions of the same skin pretty much be a selectable style of that skin? And a lot of these skins you really are just getting duped out of because you're just getting the same exact skin, but just with a different color palette or some shit, which really pisses me off. And sometimes the damn other palettes be a little bit more expensive too, or it comes into a bundle or a pack that you can't get unless you buy the bundle or a pack. There's this one skin that I like. I think it's called Eevee. I think it's called Eevee. I could be wrong, but it's been remade several times. There's this same one skin that Bullseye has been remade so many times. Jonesy himself has been remade so many motherfucking times, and nobody complains about that. But I don't know.
So many outfits. You've made so many emotes. You're bound to repeat yourself every once in a while. I get that. I can't imagine how they even make new skins on a weekly basis. I can't believe they still come up with original designs, but they do recolors, and that's what it is. You know, they're going to do that. But I have noticed that, you know, we don't get those free edit styles every update anymore. We get one, maybe if we're lucky, 2 edit styles each season. Not every 2 weeks, each season. Remember when we used to get those? Those were awesome. I loved those, but we don't get them anymore. And the one we got for this season was the triggerfish no edit style. Like, come on, man, that's terrible. We got a whole metal mouth skin in the.
And hell, that was lucky that we even got that instead of giving us a whole ass skin that, oh, this one has the makeup on. It was just because it wasn't enough to be a whole different skin. It was just because it was just enough to be like, okay, why can't this be a different skin? Or why can't, like, it's just makeup on his face. I'm surprised that they didn't really push it, though.
Shop today. I bought it out of instinct because I like the look of it, but I'm like, wait a minute, this could have been an edit style. Why am I supporting this? And I refunded it because it could have easily been an edit style for this update. You think they would have done that? They could have done that. And that's what's so confusing is that it's only emotes where they do an emo and then they reskin it and then they apologize and then they bundle it. They've done this twice now. Why is it only emotes? I'm assuming it's probably because people care about their emotes a lot. Maybe that's an idea. I have no idea. It seems strange to me that we're even having this discussion. I do think it is lame that they did this, and well, they're making up for it now. But like, why are we even at this stage? Like, they shouldn't have done this in the first place. They could have done a different emote or done something different with the signal breaker skin. Any other skateboarding emote. I mean, he looks like he's from Jet Set Radio. You could have done like a Jet Set Radio style emote or something like that. I don't know, but. Yeah, like, I want to know what happened, but here's the thing that sucks is that they will never explain what happened. The devs will never talk with me. It sucks because I would love to do like an interview with like some item shop people and just ask them like their philosophies on why they do certain things and also unlike the artists, why they do certain things, but they are so tight-lipped about everything. I'm never going to get answers. I have questions about Recon Expert. Why did that come back at 3 in the morning when it came back? No response for that. Hey, what's up with the best sellers? Why does it freeze after 2 hours and then never update again? Let's seal on that one too. It's just another day in Fortnite land. Let's see what else they do next. Guys, that's it for the video today. Like, comment, subscribe, do what I talk about to support me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Y'all have yourselves a good one now. Bye-bye.
Okay, so from my gathering is I really enjoyed this. I really did. And if y'all enjoyed this, please check out his channel. I recommend checking it out. I'm going to leave a like. And I don't know, am I subscribed to this guy? Because, but my point is, apparently I'm not. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to subscribe to him because I really enjoy his topics about what he had to say. But my point to this is the fact that he brought up some good points. For the fact of the matter is, there's so many skins that has came out, and they just remake the skins or something. And every time that they remake a skin, why can't they just why can't it just be an edit style? Why is it always the like a new skin at this point? And same as like, we're okay with remakes of these skins, but when it comes to an emote, why is that where we draw the line and really start bitching and complaining? And I'm not saying that this is how it should be. Like look at the Skull Ranger. Hell, there's like 2 or 3 different versions of her. Look at the Skull Trooper. Hell, there's like 2 or 3 versions of him. Hell, probably 4 if you count the Christmas version of him. But it could all be edit styles. Like, I understand, they're just trying to make more skins so people would buy it. But at the same time, I feel like more people would sought after certain skins that are already out there if they would actually make it more worth going after these skins. And I'm not saying like, you can't really do a new skin with the same style, because like, let's use the Renegade Raider for example. And then when they brought the Renegade Raider back, before they brought her back, I'm talking about when they brought her back through that OG Battle Pass. That's one way I would say bring her. You can bring the same skin back and stuff, just have it a little bit different. The same as that they've been doing, like Redline now. It's just a little bit different. But when it's the same exact skin, like I said, look at Bullseye, and then look at look at what's the fuck's her name, Pastel, and then the toy trooper. I think it's the toy soldier or toy trooper. I don't know, something like that. It's all green skin that you can turn red and green and stuff like that. I feel like those three in particular skins could be its own edit style with one skin, and I just feel like that's the same with gliders that he was talking about. There's so many gliders that are exactly the same. And I'm not saying, you shouldn't bring different types of gliders out, but when it comes to it, I feel like there's so many different things that they would make a lot more money um, on at least that one particular thing. And I understand having all these gliders are a lot of the gliders are different, or they're so they're almost so similar that it's not that it's not really worth getting and stuff. Gliders and pickaxes are one of the two things that I can personally see where crossing the line can be a little bit different, because you are essentially buying a different thing. Because like, look at the scythe pickaxe. I would personally say look at all the variations of the different scythes, and you could say, oh well, I need every variation of the scythe for that one scythe, and let it be a different what would you call that, like there was this one that's gooey. There's the original scythe. Then look at the Omega scythe and all that type stuff. You would be like, well, that could just be a different variation of the original, like an edit style or something. But in its own sense, that they are just different enough, honestly, to be the same, or just a different enough to be its own skin. But I will say this: there are certain pickaxes I will say that should just be the same pickaxe, or just edit styles. Because look at Bright Bomber's pickaxe, the pony one, and then during Rec they came out with another pony one, for example, and but it had a motor to it. And then they brought out other versions of it, that one with a chainsaw and stuff to its face, so on and so forth. You would say, well, if it's the same stuff, why not have it to where it was exactly just an edit style? And I'm not saying that always different enough, but at the same time, pickaxes, I feel like, I'm not saying that always shouldn't be edit styles. But what I'm kind of getting at is, where do we draw the line at with edit styles? Like, okay, it's okay for this and this to be an edit style, but why is this not an edit style? Or like, why is this the edit style, but why is this not the edit style? If that makes any sense. Why does this stuff get edit styles, but this stuff doesn't? Hell, I've seen gliders that get edit styles just because it's a different color. But at the same time, every year it's the same. It's the same kind of thing. Every season is you get a new glider, but it's just got a different paint job on it, or this or that, just for getting a win. Me, I feel like I'm just getting duped out of shit a lot of times whenever, because it's like, after so long, you're just getting the same shit over and over, and nothing new really. And some people, they look at it like, oh, it's worth getting and all this and that. I mean, it is in a way, but at the same time, and I'm very surprised that they haven't, or they did. I'm glad that they did do what they did, but like, I'm really surprised that they didn't do the like PUBG style type stuff, where you create your own character, and boy, girl, whatever you're using, and also we can just sell the clothes separately, and the hats and the sunglasses and accessories all separately. I'm really surprised that they didn't go that route with things, because I really feel like going that route would have helped out a lot more. And emotes, I understand, but where do we draw the line at? Long story short, about the cosmetics and stuff with like, why are we only drawing the line at emotes being copied? Why are we not drawing the line at pickaxes and gliders and even the skins that are just the same stuff? I have my I understand some reasons, but then I have my also the big part in my head. Why are we not bitching about this if we're bitching about this? If that makes any sense. But either way, I want to say thank y'all for watching. And if y'all are new to the channel, please subscribe, because I try to upload at least once a day, every day, as often as I can. And I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. And I want to say do what you got to do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life when you can. And I'll talk to y'all next time.